8 countries in the region of Intergovernmental Authority on Development have been identified as destinations and transition centers and countries of origin for labor migrants. With the current increasing globalization, countries have limited data and information about labor mobility.
The number of labor migrants in the region and from the region to the outside world has been increasing over the last number of years.
And one of the objectives of what IGAD and ILO are trying to do is to make sure that migration in the region here in the 7 IGAD countries is easy. This is the idea behind free movement of people.
The International Labour Organization, working with partners, perceive it wise to train media personnel on transmitting information about regular movement of labour in IGAD region and beyond.
From that perspective, and again, I think that's where the media will have a critical role in terms of informing the general public to make an informed decision first about labor migration and of course sensitizing about their rights, responsibilities.
And the stories that they report should be stories that have got an impact on bringing to light the plight of migrant workers with a view to stopping violations.
Member states that ratified the protocol on the free movement of persons are accused of limited commitment to domesticate and enhance its objectives.
The judiciary, the executive and the legislative body, and take a comprehensive whole of society approach in terms of disseminating and sensitizing about the content and relevance of this international instruments. Based on that and reviewing their national policy frameworks and all that. So from that perspective, we need to develop and put in place labor migration and labor markets policies which are responsive to the functioning of the labor market. So
partners are strategizing on creating awareness on the regular movement of labor through media by unpacking different legislations and protocols in respective countries.
We need to have more fair migration and opportunities for people. I think we need to have more reporting on those issues. We need to have more public debate. More informed debate on those topics, and that's why journalists, communicators, but also leading organizations like workers and employers unions have a very important role to play.
Stakeholders recommend digitization of population databases and establishing reliable monitoring systems to fast-track movement of persons from the countries of origin in transition and their stay in respective countries of destinations.
For example, some countries have developed comprehensive labor migration data management system to exactly know how many people are coming to the country, how many people are going outside the country.
Trafficking is a bit different, and victims of trafficking, again, tend to be a very, very different profile, but you would have an overrepresentation of vulnerable people with low literacy, coming from poverty backgrounds, tend to be overexposed to these type of crimes, obviously.
Low-skilled migrant workers are at greater risk of abusive recruitment practices and other related exploitations emanating from irregular movement. Abdul Nasir Lubwama for UBC.